Imagine this. A massive stadium packed with 35,000 roaring fans, the air thick with the scent of excitement, smoke, and unity. Bob Marley, in his signature denim, dreadlocks swaying under the golden stage lights, is in his element, his voice weaving magic, the wailers behind him laying down that irresistible reggae groove. Guitars slice through the night, drums pulse like a shared heartbeat, bass lines rumble deep in your chest. The crowd is one massive wave, hands raised, bodies moving as one. It's pure euphoria, a night destined to be legendary. And then, out of nowhere, chaos strikes. Bob, play something real. Something better. The shout pierces the harmony, slurred and off-key. At first, it's drowned out by the music, but it comes again, louder, more insistent. Heads turn toward the front row. There he is, a disheveled man, shirt untucked, beer bottle in hand, staggering like he's fighting the rhythm itself. The energy dips, boos ripple through the crowd, mixed with uneasy laughter. This isn't a cheer, it's a heckle, raw and disruptive. Security springs into action, weaving through the throng, ready to haul him away before he kills the vibe. But Bob Marley? He doesn't miss a beat. He raises a hand, calm as the ocean before a storm, and everything halts. The band softens, the guards freeze. The heckler, emboldened by liquid courage, yells again, "You call this reggae? I could do better." The stadium murmurs in shock. Who dares challenge the king of reggae? Bob tilts his head, dreads catching the light like a crown, and locks eyes with the man. No anger flashes in his gaze, just a knowing, almost playful spark. Then, that iconic smile creeps across his face, slow and warm, like he's sharing a secret with the universe. "You think you can do better, my friend?" Bob's voice rolls through the mic, smooth and steady, echoing across the sea of faces. "Then come up here. Show us all." The crowd explodes, gasps, cheers, disbelief crashing like waves. The heckler blinks, stunned, but his bravado kicks in. He pushes forward, stumbling over the barrier as security hesitates, looking to Bob for the nod. "Let him through," Bob says with a gentle wave. The man clambers on stage, tripping on the steps before Bob extends a hand, pulling him up with effortless kindness. Now, under the blinding lights, the heckler looks out of place, sweaty, unsteady, dwarfed by the legend beside him. Boos swell from the audience, but Bob silences them with a raised palm. He hands over the mic. "What's your name, brother?" The man grabs it, voice cracking. "I'm Martin. You gotta sing with fire, not this slow junk." His words slur into the night, raw and ridiculous. Bob chuckles, that deep, infectious laugh. "All right, Martin. Show 'em how it's done." Martin puffs up, closes his eyes, and unleashes a wail, half scream, half chant, completely off rhythm and nonsensical. The crowd cringes, some hiding their faces, others bursting into laughter. It's a train wreck, chaotic and cringeworthy. But Bob? He doesn't snatch the mic or shut it down. Instead, he starts clapping, a slow, steady beat. The wailers catch it instantly, bass drops in with a groovy thump, drums tap a light syncopation, guitars weave in like threads of gold. Suddenly, Martin's drunken mess is wrapped in real music, transformed into the spark of an impromptu jam. The stadium gasps, then roars with delight. "Keep going, my friend." Bob encourages, nodding like a mentor. Martin belts another garbled line, staggering a step. Bob echoes it flawlessly, twisting the slurs into soulful melody, blending them seamlessly into the groove. The crowd loses it. 35,000 voices erupt in cheers and laughter. What was awkward becomes electric. Every time Martin fumbles a note or howls off-key, Bob lifts it, harmonizing with his velvet voice, turning trash into treasure. He's not mocking, he's elevating, infusing compassion into the comedy. Fans clap in unison, swaying harder, their giggles mixing with roars of approval. Martin, overwhelmed but caught in the magic, throws his arms up in a wild, wobbly dance, nearly toppling over before Bob steadies him with a laugh. "Easy now, brother," Bob says into the mic, eyes twinkling. "He's got a little spirit in him tonight." The stadium shakes with laughter, pure and joyous. As the energy peaks, Bob guides Martin into the chorus of One Love. The Heckler shouts along, arms slung over Bob's shoulder, his voice a ragged contrast to Marley's smooth power. But the crowd joins in, turning the moment into a massive sing-along, unity in the unlikeliest form. Cameras flash like stars, fans point and whisper, "Bob's jamming with the Heckler? Unbelievable!" Security hovers, but Bob's got it locked, his grace turning tension into triumph. Finally, as the chorus crests, Bob eases the mic from Martin's grip. The Heckler, flushed and dazed, stares out at the cheering sea, reality sinking in. Bob whispers something private, pats his back warmly. "Every man can sing if the people lift him up." The words hang in the air, met with thunderous applause, not for the Heckler, but for Bob's masterful humanity. Security steps in gently, guiding Martin off stage with respect, no rough handling needed. As he vanishes into the shadows, the band launches into jamming, and the stadium ignites anew, dancing, singing, alive with unbreakable energy. What could have been a concert killer became its highlight. Bob didn't lash out or eject him, he embraced the chaos, infusing it with humor, heart, and harmony. Fans left buzzing, swapping stories. "Did you see Bob turn that drunk into a duet? Legendary!" Backstage, Martin's friends ribbed him mercilessly, "You're insane. Bob could have booted you." But Martin, still reeling, just grinned weakly. "He didn't hate me, he sang with me." The next morning, hangover hammering, Martin pieced together the blur. Embarrassment flooded him, he'd heckled Icon. Packing to flee the hotel, a young man approached. "I'm with Bob's team. He wanted to check on you." Martin's face burned. "Tell him I'm sorry, I ruined everything." The assistant smiled. "You didn't ruin a thing. The crowd loved it. And Bob left this for you." A folded note, "Every man stumbles. What counts is how we help him rise." Bob. Martin's eyes welled up. In that moment, a heckle became a lesson in grace, forever changing him. Bob Marley, the legendary Jamaican reggae musician born in 1945 and passing in 1981, is renowned not just for his infectious rhythms but for his profound philosophy of unity. Rooted in Rastafarianism, his beliefs emphasized love, peace, equality, and the oneness of humanity, transcending racial, social, and political divides. Marley's music served as a vehicle for social change, advocating for African unity, anti-imperialism, and global harmony. His philosophy drew from personal experiences of poverty, racial mixing, as a mixed-race individual, and spiritual awakening, making him a global icon for oppressed peoples. Marley's call for unity was holistic. It encompassed spiritual oneness with Jah, God in Rastafarianism, Pan-African solidarity, and universal brotherhood. As he famously sang in One Love, one heart. Let's get together and feel all right. This message resonated worldwide, influencing movements for peace and justice even today. Rastafarian roots shaping unity. Marley's philosophy was deeply intertwined with Rastafarianism, a spiritual movement he embraced in the 1960s. Rastafari views Haile Selassie I of Ethiopia as a divine figure and promotes repatriation to Africa, equality, and resistance to Babylon, oppressive systems. Marley saw unity as a divine imperative. "I don't have a religion, you know. This is what I am. I am a Rastaman, so this is not religion. This is life." This faith fueled his advocacy for African unity, as in Africa Unite / 'cause we're moving right out of Babylon / and we're going to our father's land. He believed disunity among Africans was a tool of colonialism, and true liberation required collective strength. His mixed heritage further emphasized bridging divides, promoting one love across races. Marley's philosophy wasn't mere words, he lived it. The pinnacle was the One Love Peace concert on April 22, 1978, in Kingston, Jamaica, amid civil war-like violence between political factions. Marley, returning from exile after an assassination attempt, headlined to promote peace. In a historic moment, during Jammin', he called rival leaders Michael Manley, PNP, and Edward Seaga, JLP, on stage, joining their hands in a symbolic handshake above his head. I just want to shake hands and show the people that we're gonna make it right. Unite, show the people that you love them, right? He declared. This act of unity amid turmoil embodied his belief in music's power to heal divisions. Marley's philosophy lives on, influencing civil rights, anti-apartheid efforts, and modern activism. In 2025, his messages resonate in global unity calls amid divisions. Songs like War echo in protests, and events like Bob Marley Day celebrate his vision. In essence, Marley's unity philosophy, rooted in Rastafari, expressed through reggae and demonstrated in action, remains a beacon for a divided world, urging us toward one love. Bob Marley, the iconic Jamaican reggae artist, 1945 to 1981, transformed global music through his profound integration of Rastafarian beliefs. Rastafarianism, a spiritual movement originating in Jamaica in the 1930s, emphasizes African heritage, resistance to oppression, Babylon, and reverence for Haile Selassie I as a divine figure. Marley embraced Rastafari in the mid-1960s, and it became the core of his artistry, infusing his lyrics with themes of spirituality, liberation, and unity. His music wasn't just entertainment, it was a vehicle for Rastafarian teachings, blending biblical references, African pride, and calls for social justice into reggae rhythms that resonated worldwide. This influence elevated reggae from local Jamaican sounds to a global anthem for the oppressed, making Marley a spiritual ambassador. Marley's conversion marked a shift in his music from ska and rocksteady to roots reggae, where Rastafarian elements like dreadlocks, ganja, marijuana, as a sacrament, and itol, natural, living became symbols in his performances and lyrics. His songs often drew from the Bible, reinterpreted through a Rastafarian lens, promoting redemption and repatriation to Africa. Marley's Rastafarian journey began amid Jamaica's socio-political turmoil, influenced by mentors like Mortimer Plano. This faith provided him a framework to address colonialism, poverty, and racial inequality, core Babylon concepts in Rastafari. As a mixed-race individual, Marley used Rastafari to bridge divides, advocating for Pan-Africanism and spiritual awakening. Redemption Song, released in 1980 on Bob Marley's final studio album Uprising, stands as one of his most profound and enduring works. Often hailed as his swan song, it was written during the last stages of his battle with cancer, reflecting themes of liberation, resilience, and spiritual awakening. Unlike his typical band-backed reggae tracks, this acoustic ballad strips down to Marley's voice and guitar, creating an intimate, folk-like vulnerability that amplifies its message. Drawing from Rastafarian beliefs, Pan-Africanism, and historical speeches, the song critiques mental and physical slavery while calling for self-emancipation. Critics and fans regard it as Marley's philosophical testament, blending personal introspection with universal calls for freedom. Its simplicity belies deep layers, making it a staple in civil rights discussions and a beacon for oppressed communities worldwide. As we wrap up our deep dive into Bob Marley's Redemption Song, it's clear this isn't just a track, it's a timeless manifesto of hope, resilience, and self-liberation. From its haunting acoustic simplicity to its powerful call for mental emancipation, the song encapsulates Marley's Rastafarian spirit, urging us all to break free from chains, both seen and unseen. In a world still grappling with division and injustice, Marley's words remind us, true freedom starts within, and it's up to us to fulfill the book of our own destinies. What does Redemption Song mean to you? Has it inspired a personal breakthrough or fueled your fight for change? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your stories and keep the conversation going. If this exploration moved you, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into music legends, and share this video with someone who needs a dose of Marley's wisdom today. One love. Let's keep singing those songs of freedom together.